Welcome to Drag Race TV LA's weekly recap of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 6, Episode 11. One queen returns from the game within a game, and all the queens get personal in their charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent monologues. Now, let's get into it, and if you like to talk Drag Race, you've come to the right place. Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Drag Race TV LA's weekly recap of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 6, Episode 11. Joining me today are these two lovely ladies, Jacque Borosski and Miss Magenta Fox.
Hello.
From Northern Ireland, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Northern Ireland. What time is it there,
You can actually see the time behind me. so I'm allowed to drink. It's acceptable.
It's after 5 there, so she is good. Well, it's Sunday Fun Day, so yeah. So Sunday Fun Day is exception to the rule.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure if you guys have not already clicked on the like and subscribe buttons that you do that. Click the bell for notifications so you know when we're going live. Also, be sure to follow us on DRTVLA on all social media and on Twitch. So if you're a Twitch person and you want to watch us on Twitch, you can watch us live there. We got Amber and Ken and Lewis, Manuel Hernandez Elias in the chat already. Hello to everybody. Initial thoughts on the episode. Let's start with our anatomical lady, Miss Jacque Borosski.
I just want to say I knew it. I knew it would be Eureka that came back, and that's all I want to say about that.
Magenta, your thoughts on the episode?
Oh, where's my black veil? Let's just pour one out for fucking Trinity, eh? Because I'm definitely... Wrong one went home!
I was pretty mad about that because I was like...
devastated about that.
Because, you know, she had 2 wins and Eureka, like, lost and then comes back for a win and then boots out Trinity. That was pretty much a bummer.
Yeah.
I Ken.
It was a bummer that they, like, it was unanimous. Like, yeah. I was surprised Eureka did it as well. I would have loved the stunt. I would have loved to have seen 2 go.
Yeah.
Who did you think should have gone?
Honestly, and it kills me to say it, Kylie.
Okay.
Yeah, Kylie. And, yeah, I don't know. Everyone was great. But I actually thought Trinity would have been top 2. Out of the lot. Like, she shouldn't have been in the bottom. Like, I thought hers was the next best one. I don't even think Eureka's was the best one. It was fun, but, you know.
Yeah.
And it was hard. It was always going to be hard, though. Like, they are so strong, all of them.
Yeah.
It was a bummer that it was unanimous. Like, I think that's the part that hurt me the most because
Absolutely.
I was like, I can't understand what criteria they were using at this point.
They did not show who TKB voted for. Who do you think she voted for?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was herself.
Oh,
really?
Interesting.
It's TKB. I know. I watched the Untucked as well, and I was looking for that. No.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I thought, because she says when she drops it, she says, "I'm sorry." So I think she did choose somebody. I'm guessing she picked Raja because I think Raja did the worst on the challenge. But that's my guess. That's all right, let's get into it. Be sure to stick around to the end, you guys. We'll make some predictions on who we want to win or who we think is going to win. So make sure you stick around to the end. Just as a reminder, last week's episode was the game within the game that we've long been awaited for. It unfolded with 6 consecutive wins on the main stage for Silky Nutmeg Ganache. And then she had to face the wrath of Eureka. Whether you liked Silky's method of winning, she did something that no other queen has done and won 6 consecutive lip syncs for her life.
Well, I for one did love Silky's method of winning.
Yeah.
Because being a fatty myself, I know what it's like when you're going up against the fucking people that are death dropping and shablam and shablam. You have to pull a trick. You have to pull a stunt, and you make it enjoyable. And you don't always have to do a trick and a stunt to make a fucking thing enjoyable. No offense, sorry, I shouldn't swear. Sorry, algorithm. But yeah, like, seriously, I've been doing that my whole career, and it got me a long way. And 20 years later, it's my 20-year anniversary this year. Like, I'm still doing the fucking gig, and I'm still booking gigs. So,
yeah. Well, I think people are so used to now because, and I say this all the time, when you go to drag shows, all you see now are splits and kicks and flips and death drops, and it's like there's so much more that you can do and be a present in the number. And I don't know, like so I'm glad that she did well. I'm happy for Silky. You know, we know Silky because of Jayla. We've gotten to meet her and talk with her a couple times, and she's a wonderful, wonderful human being, and I'm very happy for her. I think she did get her redemption, and I'm proud of her. I think you're the right person. I think the right person did stay in the competition, though. So, based on that lip sync.
Yeah. Can I just say, for the record, what were either of them thinking with that lip sync? Who does, since you've been gone, dedicated to your mum?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and they both did it. They actually both did it.
No shade. I do not listen to that song and think of, oh, my mum lost a shit ton of weight, and that mum's dead because you had your chance, you blew it. No, what's that got to do with the dead mum? No offense, Eureka. It was lovely. Yeah. Tear, squish, squish. All the emotions.
And I love Magenta does not hold back. I love it.
What's the point? I'm never going to be on the show, so fuck it.
I said I always feel guilty because I feel like I corrupted all of you. Like I feel like I don't do any of this anymore, and everybody else is like, and I'm like, Jackie? Is that what I sounded like when I first started?
Every show needs a Simon Cowell, you know.
That's true. I would agree.
I'm Paul Abdul. I accept that, you know, but
I'll be the Simon Cowell of this series. So it's all good.
I will agree with you, Ken. And I've said this. I actually said this to a friend the other day. I do think this is the best All-Star season that we've had, in my opinion. I know everybody's got their own opinion. I just thought overall, like I like that it's the finale, and we're still going, oh, who's gonna win? Like who's gonna rise to the top? Like that's, to me, is better TV. Like I don't want to go in and go, oh, we know it's gonna be
Alaska. You are the best Alaska.
Yeah.
I'm so mad about that.
Lorayne the Corruptor. Yes,
Worst
hello,
season.
Kitty. You are correct.
I was corrupted a long time ago, Kitty. It's all good.
Japple also thinks it's the best season of All Stars. That's great. I think it is. Hello Kitty likes the cast too. I agree. I think it's a good cast. I think even the ones that that in my head I wouldn't categorize as an All Star did well. You know, I think Serena gave a good representation of herself. Whether you like her or not, that's on you. But I thought her performance was good. I actually thought she should have won her game within the game lip sync personally. But you know, it is what it is. I'd
like to see them continue this way going forward.
Yeah,
I want to see people that you don't necessarily think are going to be there actually have a chance to show why they were cast to begin with.
I think they are starting to get it. I think they're starting to really like read the comments and go, okay, guys, we kind of need to not make this so obvious and stuff.
In the rumor mill, Nicole Page Brooks is like apparently supposed to be on season 7. That makes me excited. Well, from this end, I watched Nicole Page Brooks and I'm like, I love a car crash. She
is a hoot. I will say that.
She's
I've hung out with her many times, and she is a hoot.
That's what I want to see back on the TV. Like,
will she win All Star 7?
No. But she'll be fucking great TV.
Yeah. Hello Kitty says she thought Serena had improved 100% since her season 2.
Well, she didn't have far to go on that. It's not much.
So we did have a mini challenge. The queens got to kick their heels off and express themselves in a pride photo shoot using clothing and supplies provided by Levi's. The queens needed to customize an outfit that is pride perfect, and they had 30 minutes to get into drag. Kylie won. Thoughts on, did you guys think Kylie should have won? Did there was somebody else that you like better? Jackie, we'll start with you.
I don't know. Some of these mini challenges, it's hard for me to judge because at least with this one, there were fewer people because sometimes the photos are going by so fast. You're like, I don't know. I thought everybody was pretty funny. It's hard to judge somebody when they got into quick drag and they're just pulling gigs. So I just laughed the whole time and I didn't know who would win. And It really didn't, I guess it didn't matter to me who won because I didn't really have a preference.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I was kind of indifferent. Magenta, any thoughts on the...
Yeah, I agree, but I have to be honest. Minges was my fave.
Yeah.
Like, I thought Minges was the funniest. But, at this stage, it's just like who hasn't had a challenge win for a while? Let's just give it to that bitch.
Yeah. Elaine in the chat thought Raja should have won. I actually really liked Raja's thing. I love that I love when she was holding the drink and she was like, it's pride. You have to have a cocktail. I was like, oh my God, that's so true. It's so true. So I actually really liked Raja's thing. I thought Kylie, in my opinion, Kylie did the least with the costume. Like, I feel like she just put the clothes on and took pictures.
That's why Levi said, you win.
Yeah.
You look hot in this outfit. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we'll move on to the Maxi Challenge. Was to entertain with true stories from their life as a drag queen in the Charisma, Uniqueness, Nerve, and Talent Monologues, judged on their ability to tell a story that gives the feels and gives us life.
Mark, I thought of you so bad during this whole thing when they were like, that means cunt.
I know, I did too. I thought the same thing. I still need to find...
Fans who don't know, Mark learned like yesterday that charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent spells out cunt.
Yeah.
It was good times when we found out on air.
It was when we were at AfterBuzz. I need to ask, I wonder if I think Kenny was there. I should ask him if he remembers when it was, because I feel like he's got a really good memory. I want to find the clip so I can save it and like clip it and share it, because I was like just dumbfounded. I was like, I'll never forget that. That was classic. So if somebody happens to remember when that happened, let me know. I think Jay might have been there. I think that was when Jay was with us. Jay Ellis. So anyway. So they also, what's that?
I said, hi, Jay, wherever you are.
I know, Jay. We miss Jay.
I liked Jay.
So they got to test their material with Alec Mapa and Jermaine Fowler. Jermaine Fowler was actually on the Celebrity Makeover edition.
Which they're getting another season of. I'm so excited about that.
They are getting another. Oh, sorry, this chat moves and then I
thought I was the only one who liked Secret Celebrity, but apparently not.
I liked the last 2 episodes.
Okay, Ken thinks it was season 9, Jackie. So I'll have to go through the season 9 footage on YouTube and see. Good memory, Ken. If you're right, I'm going to be very impressed, Ken.
It's still 5 years ago.
Right?
That's scary.
So I don't have a lot of notes leading up to the challenge. But one thing that I got surprisingly, I got quite a few text messages from friends about this episode. Most of them about TKB and the fact that in the early part of the episode, she basically says, if Eureka wins this, I'm going home. I'm just curious, because all these people that were messaging me were kind of like, why would you even say that? Why would you even go there? Why would you even put that in the universe? Jackie, any thoughts on, like, did you catch it? Did you have any feelings about her doing that?
Well, I mean, we always talk about the story. And so the story leading up until this point, even before we had at the beginning of the lip sync SmackDown, we had Trinity saying, I don't want someone else to come back because that means competition for me. So I don't know, again, if this is like our traditional dick in the soup or if this is something that she was actually feeling, but they've kind of dropped these seeds along the way where she's the only person who doesn't want somebody else to come back. And I think that she is constantly down on herself. Mm-hmm. So part of that is like her sometimes instinct to self-sabotage, you know?
Yeah.
And what's sad to me as like someone who is a fan of hers and had wanted her to be on All Stars for forever is that her track record like is not really that different from some of the other people that are in this top 5. It's like she'd had 2 wins. Yes, she'd been in the bottom, but she'd also had really high points. So I think she's being unfair to herself, and that was frustrating as a fan to watch.
Yeah. Magenta, any thoughts on?
Yeah, no, I agree 100% there with you, Jackie. It's just a case of, I think she almost gave them an easy option out.
Yeah.
Like, I think if she didn't have that storyline for herself, they wouldn't have even thought about getting rid of her. Like, up until what, 2 weeks ago, she was the front runner.
Yeah.
And what, the last 2 weeks were literally, if you're not in the top, you're in the bottom. That doesn't make you bottom 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too.
And
that
she took it, yeah.
When it gets to that point in the competition, you can almost like I don't even feel like you can count. Like I don't mind you saying like for this episode, I mean it's clear Raja was in the bottom. Like if there was a bottom 2, Raja would have been in the bottom. So if you wanted to count that against Raja because she technically really was the worst. The other ones you'd have to kind of nitpick to make them bottom because I really thought even Raja, I didn't think hers was horrible. She stumbled a little bit, but I felt like, again, it was another, like, for me, it was another fun episode. Like, I loved hearing the stories. I loved getting, again, any opportunity I have to get to know them better and see their personality, for me, is a win.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. And okay, cool. I was just curious.
So Elaine in the chat, like piggybacking off of that, said, I like the storytelling idea more than a comedy. And that was something I really appreciated about this episode too, was that actually Eureka's, it was funny, but it wasn't my favorite because I actually really enjoyed some of the more open and vulnerable stories.
Yeah.
Like I think Kylie's was probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have something to do with like, I like almost every woman in college in the late 90s and early 2000s, I was in the Vagina Monologues. So it's like knowing what the material is based on. You're like, okay, some of the others outside of Eureka's embodied what the like gist of the idea of these stories are, which is like, there's some comedy in there, but it's like the point is to be like really vulnerable and true to yourself. And so I think I responded a little bit more to those. Cause I mean, it's, I guess it is embarrassing that you pooped yourself, but the whole story was a poop story.
Yeah. Well,
see, for me, and that's why Trinity was my favorite. Because I thought Trinity did dramatic and like, emotional porn, but really mixed it well with funny. And I would have given the win to Trinity. And like, that's why I was so devastated that she went home tonight. Yeah.
I mean, there's a sense where I go, well, at least you went out on a good note. Like you really weren't bad, but at the same time, you don't want to see them go. And Jackie, when I write these things in the for the outline for the show, when I say them back to you guys, I'm literally taking these verbatim from what Ru says in the workroom. And she does say she wants them to have the ability to tell a story that gives us feels and gives us life. So I agree with you. I don't know that I liked Eureka's. It was very Eureka. And if you know Eureka and hang out with Eureka, like I felt like, I will say this about Eureka's, I felt like hers seemed the most story. Like you were just sitting in a room having a conversation. She wasn't like planning what she was going to say. I thought hers had that type of feeling the most to me. But I agree. I thought Trinity's was great. I thought Ginger's was just, phenomenal.
Did you believe it though? Did you believe Ginger's?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't. I genuinely, I didn't. I thought it was, and maybe that's just because I thought I remembered something from her season about not getting that love.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken for someone else.
Yeah.
But I do think like Magenta, they make this comment in, and you guys know I love to see a good rehearsal, and they tell her in the rehearsal it's sounding a little too canned,
Yeah.
So I agree. I think that came across a little bit. I don't think it came across as honest as some of the others.
Yeah. And it might have been honest.
Yeah.
And she might just be so professional that that's what didn't work. But I don't know. I just didn't believe her as much as I believed everyone else.
Yeah. Liza in the chat says Ginger was the only one that, for me, that didn't feel genuine. Amber also says that Ginger's felt pre-written to me. I felt like hers sounded better than when she did it in rehearsal, because the rehearsal one was just very like, whatever. Japple says that Trinity had the most layers.
I agree with that.
And I liked Ken's idea too, that there should have been a top 5, to be honest. I wouldn't have opposed that. Yeah, totally. All right, so I unfortunately do not have Runway photos today. I couldn't find them online quick enough, and I just didn't. I went to like the usual places and I couldn't find them, so I was like, screw it. So, but the category for the runway was Oops, I Did It Again, fashion fail. Guest judge was Justin Simeon, writer and director Justin Simeon. And then Michelle and Carson were there along with Miss RuPaul. And it is not Miss Paul. RuPaul is her name. For the record.
And that's her real name. Her real name is
I know. And I wish
her real name.
I wish she would correct them when they go Miss Paul. And I'm like,
it's a first name, a complete first name. The last name is Charles.
Oh, I don't know why that gets under my skin so much, but it does. Anyway, so first up on the runway was TKB. She had the real pretty kind of like magenta-y a colored dress with the pink gloves. Looked very 80s, but then the whole back was large safety pins. I loved it. I thought it was really cute. And I thought Michelle's, I wish the reveal would have been up. No, I loved that you turned around. Because at first I was like, how is this a fashion veil? And then when she turned around, I was like, oh, yes. Jackie, your thoughts on TKB's?
This whole runway drove me crazy, and I'm surprised Michelle was able, like, I know she has to put on a happy face for whatever category there is, but Michelle is a Virgo and I'm a Virgo, so any category that is like have something missing on purpose is like already annoying to me. Yeah. So I think Trinity's was my favorite because it was the one that was like the least obvious.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, she looks gorgeous, and the thing is just a little like, clothespin thing in the back. So that was my favorite one because it was the one that was the least obvious. Although I will say Ginger's like shtick was funny and made it less annoying for me. But in general, it's hard for someone like me to see a category like this where you're like, I guess we're judging them on something that's wrong in the right way. Yeah.
Chucky Chuck is late, everybody, but he's here. So everybody say hello to Chucky Chuck. Magenta, thoughts on TKB?
Well, I'm a Pisces, so I'm your polar opposite, Jackie, you see. So I love things that are completely like shit and missing. That just gives me life. So to me, the TKB one was kind of like, that's not shit enough. I wanted it to be more worse, but what I do want to say is I want those gloves.
Yeah, those are great.
If there was ever a way to make an accentuated shoulder without anything being on your shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. I get you there. I get you there.
I had never seen that before, but bitch, I'm stealing that. Consider that stolen.
Yeah. Next up is Raja. I just think this episode, in my opinion, as much as I love Raja and I'm giving her credit, I thought this was an utter fail for Raja. Like, I didn't get, like, I get what she was doing. Like, it's not that I don't understand it. Oh
my God, Chucky Chuck and I have the same birthday.
What's
Sorry.
that?
His birthday's Friday. My birthday's Friday.
Yay! This is why we love Chucky Chuck. I did not. I liked the look. I just did not think it was the challenge at all. Like, to me, it did not. Other than her, like, the putting it on at the last minute thing, like, I get that because we've all been behind the curtain and somebody opens the door and you're struggling to put something on. So I get that, but it just, to me, I didn't feel like, I don't know, Jackie.
I mean, I thought she looked gorgeous. Like that's Raja looked gorgeous. And I can't remember if I mentioned this in the episode or in Untucked, but she said she made all of her outfits this season, that was something that just blew me away. So I think I gave it like a pass because I had that in my mind. Not that I think this was the greatest conceptually, though.
Yeah. Magenta, thoughts on Raja?
I disagree with you all because I think that she was the only one that fulfilled the brief.
Oh, really? Okay.
If it is literally like a wardrobe fail, like that was the category. She's the only one that had a wardrobe fail.
Yeah.
The others were fashion and on purpose, and hers, I don't know. I love Raja.
I mean, I love Raja. It was the first runway that she did that I kind of went, huh? Like, really? That's what, again, I like the look. I think she looked beautiful. To me, it didn't fit the fashion fail theme.
How? She's the only one that had a wardrobe malfunction.
But it didn't. Eventually, it was on and normal. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but at the same time, it just didn't do it for me.
We'll agree to disagree on this one.
Yes, absolutely.
And look, it was in my color. So
Exactly. Hello Kitty's birthday is Tuesday. Happy birthday, Hello Kitty. All these Virgos. Oh my God. Something with Virgos in me. I don't know what it is.
Ronnie's is like Saturday or Sunday. Forgive me for not remembering Ronnie, but he's Virgo too. So.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have so many.
This is
the month of my calendar that it's like birthday card.
What's
I have too many Virgos in my life, and they drive me crazy sometimes. I had this thing where I stopped when I was asked. There was somebody that I thought was cute. My first question would be like, "Are you a Virgo?" Because I was like, every guy I liked ended up being a Virgo, and I was like, "I'm not dating any more Virgos."
Mark, what are you? Are you a Capricorn?
I am the best sign in the zodiac.
I'll be honest with you; they are my faves.
Sagittarius. We are.
We're Sagittarius. No, fuck Sagittarius.
Sagittarius all the way, baby.
Yeah.
You would be.
I would be. I know. It's so funny. Every time I say it to people who know Astro, and I say I'm Sagittarius, they're like, "Oh, of course you are. Of course." You are.
Yeah. It all makes sense now.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Kylie Sonique Love. She did the corn dog look with the red and blue and yellow with the ketchup and mustard stains. I'll let you guys go.
Magenta, I thought it was okay. Here's the thing: is like I'm not so sure like it fit the category.
It didn't.
But I thought she looked cute because I worked at the mall at one point, and so I remember.
I love you, Amber. Sorry.
I remember those outfits.
Yeah.
And I thought the gag with the corn dog was funny, but it was one of those things where I was like, I'm not really sure if this is the challenge or not. You know.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Like it was. Nothing about it was the challenge. But what even was the challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people in the chat roll are saying that I don't think they're very good at explaining like the runways, which I agree on some extent. Like there are times where they'll announce the category and then in my mind I picture something and then nobody does that thing. And I'm like, okay, this is not what I expected.
Yeah. I reckon they give people like different versions of what a category could be.
Yeah.
So that someone will fail. Just my little, dick in the soup type production.
Right.
I agree with Japple. I think and they did say this to her. I think she should have been messier. She just looked a little too put together.
And then Michelle was sitting there saying, put glitter on it. I'm like,
yeah. It was just kind of like,
blah. Yeah.
I just didn't like, again, I didn't feel like it was a fashion fail is getting ketchup and mustard on your clothes. Like, I thought it was a stretch. I felt like it was one of those moments where she was packing and she's like, oh my God, I need something for this. And again, I was going to say this too. Sometimes they're given a description and it changes when it airs. So that could be a thing too. So let's keep that in mind. And
we know that sometimes people are asked to pull costumes.
Right. They're not allowed to wear what they originally
Willem
brought.
vibe from that outfit, though.
Yeah.
Did it scream Willem to anyone else?
Willem, is that what you said?
Yeah,
no,
like
because Willem's really messy. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought. But like, I don't know. There's something about it. I thought, did that come from Willem's wardrobe? Because I know that she's taken a lot from Willem's wardrobe this season.
Really?
She has like a lot.
I listen to everything. I take it all in.
A lot of the more like nakedy, tiny things are definitely like Willem style.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one specifically, but Willem is definitely into the whole like nakedy, tiny thing.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen it before, and I feel like I've seen Willem wear it before, and maybe that's, I don't know. It's just a basic.
Yeah. I love Japple's comment. Silky would have pulled out actual mustard and poured it out. That's going to be, I couldn't find a quote of the week, so that's going to be my quote of the week. Who was that, Japple? You get my quote of the week. Let's see what else is in here. Silky would have been real. This was too, who is this? Jesse Drew. This runway category was very unclear, and Kylie's look was very basic. I agree with that comment as well. All right, next up is Miss Ginger Minge. She had the pink dress, and then she had the singed hair. I thought, like you said, Jackie, I thought she always presents her stuff so well. Like, she really just kind of gave you the story and told you the story. And at first, I wasn't keen on it. And then as she kept going, I kind of really enjoyed it. So it grew on me. Jackie, your thoughts?
I appreciated the shtick. I like a good shtick. I did theater and I like vaudeville, so any kind of like bang kind of thing, like that gets me. So I love, and I was like also trying to figure out how she did it, because I know she's not like intentionally burning herself. So I'm like, what, do you have like a air thing inside? So that was exciting for me too, trying to figure out how she did the gag.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Oh, she's one of these.
Vapor. Yeah,
she used a vapor to do it.
Oh, is that what she did? Okay. I was wondering how she did that. Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted an excuse to vape. She apparently used a vape and worked it around her vape pen, which I still can't figure out, because like I can press it down, but smoke doesn't come out until you blow it out. But she did something like that. According to...
I mean, it was. I liked it. I enjoyed it. So, and then Eureka, and actually, I thought Eureka did a good job on the runway too. It made sense. It seemed like it fit to me. It was a lot. There was, I wouldn't have been upset if there were less of them. But overall, I thought she really did a good job on the runway. Jackie, your thoughts on Eureka? She kind of looked like a wind-blown Cinderella with her dress tucked in her heel, and I think she had toilet paper on her shoe or something like that too, and sweat stains.
Hers really fit the challenge, but it was also like my exact nightmare of like going to some big event and having food spilled on me and my pants, like my skirt tucked in my pants and everything. So it was like good, but unnerving. Yeah.
Magenta, thoughts on your leak?
Fashion fail and trashy mess are two different things.
Oh, okay. I get it. I see that. I can see that. I see that.
It didn't work for me personally. But look, she won the challenge. Good for her. She got to win at last.
Yeah. I love this. Amber commented, I don't understand why Ginger decided to buy the same ugly boots in so many different colors. Is it Chucky Chuck who doesn't like...
she's fat, Amber, because she's fat and we have wide feet.
Yeah. I was actually just thinking, like, all these people that are commenting on not liking Ginger's boots, I was like, God, if I ever got on, you guys would hate me, because I have 4 or 5 pairs of boots. I'm like, I'm never allowed to wear boots ever again.
She wears these.
These are my shoes, bitches. Literally, this is what I wore at my gig yesterday, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, those are cute, though.
If you're going to wear flats, make them fun.
Yeah, those are fun, though. Like, Ginger wears these, like, 1653 Salem witch trial shoes.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why I think people are responding to it, because it's like, what an odd... It's like it's not just a boot, it's a very specific boot choice.
Yeah. It's like a
And
3/4 inch.
one.
Yeah, it's not even like a full boot. Cause mine are like boot boots. Mine aren't like
Because
3/4
they
inch.
support her ankles.
Well, and the
But she
other
would wear a
thing, and I
chunky
get
heel.
that, and I always wear boots if I have to do any kind of like dancing or fast moving because I know that they'll at least help me be more stable. I'm loving, Japple's killing me today. He said Eureka should have put a shit stain on her panties to complete the narrative.
Would have made sense.
You are killing me today, Japple. Thank you. You're making my day. Yes, Chucky Chuck hates the damn boots over and over. The same exact boots every week, Amber.
Lorayne loves Magenta's boots.
What's that? Yes.
They were a hit last night.
They're fun. For
Yeah.
those of you
Fun
listening
because
on,
you know what?
on audio,
I gave up
they're
wearing-
like cheetah print Doc Martens.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are. No, I gave up wearing heels about 5 years ago. I'm just like, you know what? I just don't need to be putting my back through that. I can be fun no matter what. There is no rule in the handbook that says this short ass fat bitch needs to wear 6-inch heels and break her ankle and back at the same time and be fun.
Right.
But, you know,
So this just came up in the chat. It's from Lassie. I think I'm saying that right. I'm kind of tired of always basing the decision on the track record. It would make more sense if Raja got eliminated this episode, not Trinity. I hate that everyone's in the bottom for these episodes. So you guys, how do you guys? Thank you for that, Lassie. Thoughts? Like I said, there's a part of me, I get it, that everybody's like, we're getting at the end. Like, if you don't win, you're in the bottom. I understand that idea. I'll
say this.
Okay.
Fifth place is the coveted spot to be. Everybody who has ever come fifth place has always been a superstar afterwards.
Okay.
So Trinity's in a good book. She's up there with what's her face and what's her name and the other one.
to be very specific. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Cardi was fifth place.
Wasn't Heidi fifth place too?
Heidi was fifth place. Dita Ritz was fifth place.
Yeah.
Remember. Do you know what I mean? Like fifth place, just before that final four, it's like a coveted sore spot. That means you're loved.
Yeah.
Because the one that's fifth is always going to take it out at the end.
Yeah. Olivia Lux was fifth in her season.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you still get booked. You're still going to get shows. Like, you're going to have an even bigger fan base, you know.
Trinity is going to explode after this season. If nothing else, TKB is going to be booked and blessed, and she has come so far since 6.
She was at Mickey's too a couple weeks ago. I saw her at Mickey's performing here. So would you have taken out the strongest player, like Chucky Chuck is saying? He said he would have taken out Ginger.
I don't think Ginger is the strongest.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're all equal right now. That's the thing. Everybody is on an equal.
Do you think those that voted for TKB were voting for TKB because she was a threat?
No, I think they voted for TKB because she gave up.
Yeah. And
that it was an easy excuse to vote her out because she was so self-defeated that they're like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Honest, that's just my personal opinion. That's what I would have done. I'm like, well, she's already self-defeated, so what's the point? She's not fighting.
I think that's what did it for me, is I just felt like she was giving up. So if I was sitting in that room, I know me, and I would have been like, girl, you're giving up, bye. I would have been so over it. Jackie, thoughts on getting rid of the...
Yeah, I think they got rid of her because she was getting down on herself, and they bought into her own narrative of getting down on herself, you know?
Yeah.
I think she would have made it harder for them to make the decision if she didn't let them in on that feeling that she had.
Exactly. Yeah. Because she was front runner 3 weeks.
Yeah. Lassie... sorry.
Don't.
Okay. Lassie says, unfortunately, Eureka is getting a lot of hate for taking Trinity's spot in the top 4. I wonder if Eureka would have been better off not having come back.
It drives me crazy. I just hate it when the fans do this because it's like, this is ultimately just a show, and we're all just watching the queens we love perform. Don't hate on one queen for coming back and this and that happening. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I think little things happen to me that are just part of a season of Drag Race, and then people start to lash out against certain queens and take it very personally.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it this way. When a Ru girl gets popularity internationally, they're getting 10 grand a gig, right? And then they usually do a tour. They're going to get that 100 grand regardless. Sometimes losing is the new winning. And like the ones that win, you give up giving a shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you know, I mean, I told you guys I used to write contracts for reality TV, and I don't know, obviously I've never written contracts for World of Wonder, but a lot of times if you are the winner of a show, you are contractually obligated to do certain things and to not do certain other things versus someone who doesn't win. So Trinity might actually be in a better spot as far as being able to go out and do more things that she wants 100. To do.
Agreed.
So we just don't know, because I don't exactly know like what they're contractually obligated to do. Obviously, like a lot of these queens get on a lot of the tours that Ru does. I mean, Trinity herself mentions that she wants to go on that tour, and I'm sure fans would love to see her. But I don't know how much like the winner or the top three are obligated to be in only World of Wonder things. So Trinity just slipping by that might actually get to do shows on HBO or something on a different channel, you know?
Well, if you go onto the YouTube channel, Bussy Queen, they've got a lovely video there about the YouTube, about the RuPaul contract. And they will tell you everything about what the bitch, which is why I'll never do this show myself.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a case of like, especially the later seasons since switching to VH1, Paramount and all that, they are basically, they're contracted for 6 years. And they've got to be a beck and call, and everything that they do has to be approved. That's everything after Bob's season.
Yeah.
Has to be approved by World of Wonder.
When TKB is leaving, she makes a comment to like, if there's a spot in the Vegas show, put me in. I will tell you this right now. Kick out Cameron Michaels for her sassy mouth for being on the show and put TKB in, because I'd rather watch TKB in Vegas than Cameron Michaels. Bye, girl. Bye, Cam. Bye.
It's my 40th birthday in 2 years' time. I'm dying to come to Vegas for my 40th birthday. Please have TKB there. Please have that show still running again, because it's like
it's not going anywhere. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be there.
And I could not give a flying fuck about Cameron. Never have, never will. Whatever. Next. TKB, replace that bitch.
Unless the cast, only one on the show right now that I would want to see is Evie Oddly. But other than that, I'm like, no desire to see it.
Fair enough.
So Eureka was crowned the winner of the week, whether you like it or not, which meant everybody was in the bottom. Our lip sync assassin this week was Miss Jada Essence Hall, winner of season 12. Yeah, winner of season 12.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We've been doing this for 40 years now, so we have
my head. I mean, I'm lucky I know my name at this point. And they lip sync to Good Golly Miss Molly from Little Richard. I love the song, but I personally do not like drag queens doing songs by men. Like it just, for me, I can't wrap my head around it. It defeats the purpose of what we're doing in my head. I get it. Drag is changing. People do different things. Fine. If you want to watch that, you will never see Lorayne Love doing a song by a man. But you guys' thoughts on that?
No, I'm with you 100%. Like, what a song.
Yeah. Elaine didn't like it in the chat.
Why would you waste Jada on that song?
Yeah.
Why? Like, no. Like, if you're going to do that song, bring in Kennedy Davenport, let her reprise her role from Snatch Game, make it a Kiki.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the song. What I mind is being able to start to tell what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
because that to me isn't like Jada would have done better with like a sexier song. And even though they both won, because Jada is like that good of a lip syncer, I could tell that they were trying to push it in the Ginger direction by getting a song that they thought that Ginger could do better on, and maybe Jada wouldn't do as well on, because Jada tends to do these more like sexier, like modern kind of songs. So that's what bugged me about the song, not necessarily that it was a man singing it.
Jeff was cracking me up today. He said, Jada, you're making me cough, Jappo. Jada got out her good wig and outfit for that shit song.
When I see Jada, I want her to do like something like sexy and slinky. And I was like, when I see Jada come back, I want her to do like a song that I think is going to be to the best of her ability. Not that she didn't do great on this song. It's just like, I wish I would have seen her do a different song. Elaine in the chat even made a comment like, don't they have any money? Like, you would think that they have money to get, like, there's so many, like, I want to like create a list of songs that I'm like, that are one-hit wonders, that are people that you probably they will give it to you for free, that are great, amazing drag race, drag queen songs that they're not using. I'm like, what is going on? And
why didn't they use that song last week in the fucking SmackDown? Yeah, within a game, and then bring one of the good songs from last week. Yeah, into now.
I would have liked to see Silky do Good Golly Miss Molly.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. All right, you guys.
Chucky was asking if we think the Lip Sync Assassin storyline is played out. I like the idea of bringing back previous queens, but again, it's like we always talk about this like dick in the soup. It's like I want to see, I don't know, like something where, in the finales of certain seasons where the queens go up and you kind of randomly, you have like options of like 3 songs or something and you pick it out of a box or something like that. That would be, to me, more fair. If you're like, okay, prep for these 3 songs, and then somebody picks a song out of the box and that's what you have to do. I would rather see something like that than something like where I feel like the producers are trying to manipulate the audience.
Yeah, I agree. Elaine, I'm with you on this. Elaine wants us to sign a petition, a list of songs for them, and we'll all sign it.
There are RuPaul songs that I would like to see.
I know. I would rather.
You don't even have to get permission for that.
Oh my God, there's so many
songs that they could do.
So many good songs. Like I was going through during quarantine because I was going through my iTunes and just looking through songs because I tag things as Lorayne numbers. So when I'm looking for songs to do, I can just pull up that thing and look through songs that I want to do. And I went through and I added a ton of songs that I was just like, oh my God, this is a great song. Okay, I mean, some of them I need to learn, but like there's so many amazing songs out there. And good golly, Miss Molly, really, I mean, come on, good golly.
You'll be hating on it, on Little Richard.
I'm not going to like on it either.
Yeah.
Not for Drag Race. Not without Kennedy fucking Davenport.
Yeah.
The only acceptable queen to do Good Golly Miss Molly is Kennedy Davenport.
Yeah.
Or
Silky. Yeah.
Well, Silky versus Kennedy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I would watch that. I would pay money to see that. All right, you guys, we're getting towards the end. If you guys have questions you want to ask us, we'll probably have a little time at the end to answer questions. Just write them in the chat room now, and we will get to them. I'm just going to cover a couple little things. I already told you I don't have a quote of the week, so Jappo got that. But just a couple little things that I just wanted to point out. I loved that Jada showed up in her. I mean, I actually don't think she showed up in the wig. I think she was there and they put her in the van and she left her wig on. Personally, I think that's what happened. But I love that when that door opened, she came out in full wig and face.
Oh, we love a travel unit.
I was all for that. I loved every minute of that. The other thing I was going to talk about too was there was the mirror moment where Eureka gets up to go over to talk to TKB and kind of just gets a little emotional, like just saying how much she appreciates TKB. Like, even though I know it's a joke, but just means a lot to me that you're being like kind of playful, sexy with me. Like, it means a lot. Somebody that looks like me, you know, I don't get that kind of attention a lot and stuff. And even though you're just being playful, I appreciate it. I thought it was a cute moment.
Yeah, it was cute until Eureka voted to send her home. That was like another moment where I was like,
we'll get there.
She's like,
I wondered.
So nice to me. I picked you to go home. What?
Well, when Eureka,
are we there? Are we there now?
Yeah.
Right? Well, when Eureka, I think when she was talking to Ginger in her one-on-one, she says, TKB isn't the first person that's coming to my head to vote out. I'm curious who that person was.
Kylie.
You think Kylie?
Kylie.
Only reason I thought it might be Raja is because when they did that game where they had to write down on the whiteboards who was next to go home, she actually picked Raja.
Okay.
So my only thought was that maybe she did it.
She said, well, I don't need to talk to you about anything, so tell me who you think should go home. I thought that was more of a sign of, I'm going to vote for you anyway. Tell me who you think, and let's not make it look like. Because that's the way I'd play it. Like, with the person I was going to send home, that's totally the way I'd play it. You're so safe, girl. Tell me who you think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then the other thing I thought we could talk about a little bit about, because this season definitely has not been like drama, season. It's been a little bit more of a love fest. Like, everybody's been kind of playing the game fair-ish. I'll put it in quotes, fair-ish.
Which is very entertaining.
Overall thought, like, are you happy with? I still think it's my favorite All-Star season. I like it. Yeah, I like it because I think it's giving a more accurate portrayal of what it's like backstage and when we're hanging out and we're chit-chatting than the bitchy, nasty drama. Jackie, your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I really like this season. I do think it's a more accurate portrayal, like especially on these all-star seasons where the queens already know each other. They've performed together and sometimes toured and seen each other at drag con and shows and whatnot. But I'm sorry, I had something I wanted to say and now my brain just died.
It's okay, girl.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
I've been coughing for a month, so I get it.
I have a shit ton of adhesives.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. I know what I was going to say. I was going to say, I think the queens also, like, especially in these later seasons, and the fact that they're all, veterans of this show, no one wants to come off as the mean girl. Like, these are people that you have to work with. You want to get future jobs. Like, you don't want to be that person that the other queens hate or the fans hate. So I do think there's already a sensitivity of that going into it, because reality TV, when RuPaul's Drag Race first aired, reality TV had some of the, not just Drag Race, all across reality TV has some of the messiest people ever. And like, it was this attitude of, I'm just going to get famous no matter what. Yeah. Well, now the show has really highlighted the art of drag. So you don't have to do some kind of like crazy personality or gimmick or whatever to get forward. It's just like, how good are you at portraying the art of your drag? So we're so lucky that we've gotten to this place where it's about the art of drag and it's not about you trying to break through into this like crazy reality TV zone.
Yeah. And to be honest, that's got everything to do with the fact that it's a whole new production crew. Like, they have literally gotten rid of all of the story producers from the past. Paramount Plus have brought in a whole bunch of new like story producers, and like, thank God. Yeah. Like, because to me, this season was the most authentic backstage of drag from a career I've had for 20 years that I've felt. The conversations have felt more natural. Like, it wasn't like somebody was saying, hey, can you just go ask that question about that thing that nobody wants to know about?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like it. Like it felt authentic. It felt real. The connections were real. And that's what the original seasons were like.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get back to that. Like, and they have. And maybe thank God for Paramount Plus. I mean, I don't watch it on Paramount Plus because we can't get Paramount Plus in Ireland. But
Yeah.
we still have Wow Presents Plus.
Oh, is that what you guys watch it on there?
No, it's the kind of place we can watch it on here, yeah.
People
Well, no, we have Netflix as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's on our Netflix and it's on our Wow Presents Plus. But we actually don't have Paramount Plus in Ireland, so sucks to be me.
Jackie, what were you
Your
gonna say?
life is probably better for not having an extra app that you have to do.
I don't know. There's a lot of shows from Paramount Plus I like that I can't get.
People in the chat. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. People in the chat are saying that the UK seasons felt very authentic in that way, and I agree.
Too. I agree.
And I think they're starting to hear that. Although rumor mill, apparently season 3 of UK is going to be up there with Australia.
I heard there's some.
enjoyed Australia. I liked it.
Well, I'm glad someone did. They're my friends and I fucking hated it.
You can have it. You can have it, Jackie. I ain't gonna fight you for it.
I ain't even gonna fight you for it. And I know the cunt. Oh. Sorry, I'm Irish Australian. We say that word. I forget. DRTVLA. Can't say that one. Yeah.
So now that the season has gone, who are we? I guess I'm jumping into predictions here. Who are we predicting the win, Jackie?
I'm still holding on to my 2 win with Raja and Ginger, and I know y'all are gonna hate me for it.
No.
That's where I'm standing.
I'm right there with you, babe.
No double win. I will protest. I will pick it. Absolutely not. I'm Team Ginger 1,000%. I said a while back I rewatched season 7, and I think I was even angrier the second time watching it because she deserved that win on 7. Like hands down, the best, gave the best performances, was the most entertaining. She should have won season 7. I still could care less what Violet Chachki does or is. So Magenta, who are you predicting the win?
I don't want a double win, but I am both Team Raja and so I am happy with either of those two taking it.
Yeah.
Not to say anything bad about the other two. It's just those are the two I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't dislike the other queens. It's just that
I love them all.
Yeah, those are the 2 I would want to see win.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this too. I'm glad that there are 2 big girls in the finals. Long overdue. I think there's so many big girls that should have made it a lot farther, and I really do feel like they're kind of dumped on. I mean, I think it's part of the gay community. Like,
have you seen Eureka's Twitter spat about that this last couple of days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm in 2 minds about it. Like, I want the right plus size queen to win.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think they should get a pass. But I do think the skinny body queens make it a shit ton farther
100
because of their body that don't deserve it.
Which is why I am pro Silky's choices of lip sync assassin battles.
Agreed.
We have to look. Trust me, I've been a fatty for my whole life, except for that 3 years for my early 30s, and we don't want to go there. But
some assistance. That's some assistance.
Well, somebody stole my medicine. But anyway, what I'm getting at is, look, when you are a plus size queen, like they all say, we love you, we think you're great, we have to pull out the tricks. And they can't be like, I'm jumping into a split. They can't be vagina all the time.
Yeah.
We have to have props. We have to have tricks. And all I can say about everybody bitching about Silky is who had the biggest trick of all? Sasha Velour season 9. think about it before
Yeah,
you...
that's true. That's true. That's very true.
Would Sasha Velour have won without that trick?
No.
No.
I agree 1,000%. I agree. Japple says Raja embodied the point of the season. It's all about redemption, and she is that story. I would. I mean, I wouldn't be upset. Again, I would say this.
Redemption. Everyone this season is a redemption queen.
Yeah, and I would say I would probably be happy with, well, maybe not Kylie, but I would probably be happy with Eureka, Ginger, or Raja winning the season. I mean, I'm glad Kylie's there. I love Kylie. She's a wonderful human being.
Kylie's Miley Cyrus's drag mother. She is winning at life.
Oh, I love that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Kylie and Miley are going to do a duet any day now. She's fine.
Yeah.
She's going to be great. Kylie is amazing. Does she deserve the win? No.
Yeah.
Is she awesome? Yes.
Yeah. Jackie, do you have a fan of the week for us, or possible multiple?
JDTV05 is the fan of the week for his comments on YouTube. He enjoyed the Silky performances as well. And Ronnie actually commented on iTunes. You guys should also comment on iTunes. You can become fan of the week, 5-star rating and a comment. Even if the comment is like, I'm tired of seeing Jackie's face, I don't care. I will, as long as it's got 5 stars.
Exactly. We just like the algorithm. Exactly. I feel like I have a lot of news and gossip this week. Just a reminder, Drag Race Holland is on right now on WoW Presents Plus. If you haven't been seeing that, it's enjoyable. Did you watch this week's Magenta?
Sorry?
Are you watching Magenta?
I am. Yeah. I haven't watched this week's one yet, though. I'm about to watch that afterwards.
Okay. Jackie, are you watching Holland?
No, after this season ends, then I'm going to binge.
Okay.
Holland.
I'm up to Snatch Game.
I'll just say this about the 4th episode. Dick in the soup. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
It was, and it's bad. Like, I was just like, are you so bad that they even comment on the runway that they're making a bad decision? Oh.
Is it the one that we've seen on Instagram this week with the smashing of a glass?
No.
Okay, that's fine then.
It's anyway. Well, it's on WoW Presents Plus if you want to watch and
No, I'll be watching it after this.
What language do they do it in? Are they doing it in English?
All 3. They know that they've got English, Dutch, and sometimes Spanish. I think it's a little bit thrown in there with Dutch.
They speak in Dutch. That you can subtitle it in English. So a lot of them do. I feel like this cast speaks a lot of English because Rue comes on the video.
Do. And Dutch people, a lot of them speak English.
Yeah.
If you go to Wales, if you go to Holland, they'll all speak English to you. Like
I know because I try to know a little bit in every language, like countries that I go to.
Yeah.
And for the Dutch, I was just like, they know English and I can't figure out Dutch, so I'm just gonna.
But the thing is, like, I often have it on in the background, and I don't even know when they're speaking English or Dutch, and I figure out what they're saying.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad.
WoW Presents subtitles because WoW Presents. I'm looking at, like, where's the camera? Right. WoW Presents Plus. Fix your fucking subtitles because they're shit.
I've heard that from multiple people that said that they're bad.
I don't know if anyone's watching, but just in case you are.
Also, if you have WoW Presents Plus, actually, I'm assuming they're probably on YouTube as well. I meant to look to see, but you can watch the Meet the Queens for UK season 3 if you haven't done that yet. I think there's some fun people. I have a favorite already. Willem has a new show coming out on, I think it's on
Out TV.
Out TV, yes. Called Iconic Justice. She's kind of being a Judge Judy type thing with fictitious cases, I'm assuming. But if you're interested in that and you have Out TV, that's there. Also, I saw Peppermint Crystal from UK season 1. And then a queen called Barbada, also on Out TV, is doing a new show called Call Me Mother, where they compete and they adopt them into their drag family.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's on Out TV as well. Also, September 6th, season 1 of Kenna's Drag Race is having a reunion. So if you watch Canada Drag Race season 1 and you want to watch the reunion, it's on Crave. I don't know if they'll put it on Wow Presents Plus or not. I'm assuming they probably will because that's how we watch it. But it is on Crave on September 6th. Also, this I don't have in the notes, but I actually saw this as I was waiting for you guys to join. Gigi Good has come out as a transgender woman. And she had a decision she made in January that she's just now sharing with everybody. She had some surgery done to feminize her face. And so that's why she decided to go on her Instagram. It's on her Instagram if you want to watch the whole video. It's like a 7-minute video. She talks about what she's kind of been through and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that, that's that.
I do forget Camp Wanakiki. Camp Wanakiki is a great little hoot if you want to go onto YouTube and check that one out. It's just fun drag.
Who is that?
Camp Wanakiki. Have you not heard of that? It's American. Why don't you know this?
There's also a Drag SOS, I think, on Hulu now.
Yeah, that's British. Yeah,
and it's British. Yeah. It's a British drag show. I didn't watch it.
I've already watched it. That's 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah. It popped up on things I might like. I don't know why.
And of course, last but not least, there's also Dragula season 4 coming out on Shudder in October, the week before Halloween.
Okay. Yep, that's another one. Yep, there's a lot. There was a lot. I feel like I either have 800 things to say in news and gossip, or I have nothing to say in news and gossip. So today just happened to be one of those days.
What's Aunt Simone's news show? What I don't even know. About this.
Yeah, Elaine just said that Art Simone has a new show. I could care less, but whatever.
Well, I care about my art. So, what's the new show, Elaine? What is it? Do we know what it is?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, if you're expecting me to do the research,
what's the new show, babe?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. All right. I think that is it, Jackie. Anybody else? And then there's no questions in the chat. If you guys have anything you want to ask, now's the time to do it. Jackie, anything you want to add?
No, we'll see you guys next week for the finale.
Yep, next week the finale. I know Ollie will be back. Magenta said she would come back for the finale. As soon as Jacque Borosky can be here, I will be here. Hopefully, now that I'm feeling better and I'm not coughing my lungs out, maybe Lorayne Love will be here for the finale. We will see. We will see. All right, Miss Magenta, tell them where they can find you on the social medias.
On the Instagrams, you can find me at Queen Magenta Fox, and on Twitter, it's Fox Magenta.
Yes, and Miss Jacque Borosky.
I'm at 123 Jackie B on all platforms.
And you can find me on the social media at the Mark J. Freeman if you want to see pictures of my dogs. And then if you want to follow Lorayne, you can follow her on Instagram, LORAYNE LOVE. If you spell it right, you can find me. Also, be sure to follow, like, subscribe, DRTVLA on all social media, on Twitch. And then the subscribe button is, it's over there down in that corner. So click on that and we'll be there. Thank you to everybody in the chat who was here. Ken, Elaine, Hello Kitty, Luis, Lassie, Japple, who got quote of the week. Hello Kitty. Everybody, we love having you here. Chucky Chuck, every week. You're really why we do it. So thank you guys. We love having you. And we will see you all next week.